Yo, what is good YouTube? Magdubs here, back with another video, guys, and we are finally here. Training camp has arrived. We are just a few weeks away from, the dog days of camp, and, the start of the NFL season is right around the corner. Now, in this video, we're going to be breaking down the Chiefs' day 1 and day 2 training camp periods. I think it's just the young guys. There's some veterans, but not all veterans are here just yet, but they are on their way, and things will be heating up very shortly. But in this video, I'm going to break down what I saw in day 1 and day 2, some of the guys who stood out, but some more things that you guys need to know going into the start of training camp, and going on to when things get really serious, and some of the guys who look good. I also want to show you some highlights, nothing crazy, but we do have some things here that I do want to show you. But real quick before we start this video, make sure you guys do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's even get the video up to 200 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, because I will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, which includes all of training camp, all of preseason, all of free agency, any trades that take place, and I will be live streaming games all season long. So if you do want to watch some, Chiefs games with me live this season, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified not only every time we go live for a game, but every time we post a video as well. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. So one of the biggest names, or some of the biggest names that we've heard from throughout the start of this training camp period is Rashee Rice. Now, day 1, he didn't have the greatest day in the world, threw up, was not feeling great, wasn't used to the heat of training camp and the intensity of training camp. But day 2, he actually looked a lot better, did not throw up, and he also made a couple of big-time plays. So Rashee Rice is trending in the right direction, starting to get acclimated to the NFL-style play, and I think he'll only get better here, as you see him on the screen to the right, number 4. Another thing I want to bring up is what you're seeing right here. Isaiah Pacheco is wearing the non-contact jersey. Obviously, there's not too much contact anyway, but that's something that, he might be going through a little bit something right now, and they do not want to risk, getting him a little bit more injured. They want this dude to be completely healthy for the start of the season. I think that's something we're going to see because they're going to make sure he stays safe. Another guy I want to bring up here is another running back in Deneric Prince. Now, this guy, Deneric Prince, was a standout at rookie camp and mandatory minicamp. This is one of the guys that they truly loved, and this is a guy who potentially could make the roster. Now, you got Isaiah Pacheco, you got Jerick McKinnon. Those two are locks to make the team. Now you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, former first-round pick back in 2020. If I'm being honest, I'm not going to say for sure he's going to make the team, but I think this dude, Deneric Prince, is a guy who can really make a name for himself over the next couple of weeks, and I think he could definitely end up making this roster, come 3, 4, 5 weeks from now when they make their cuts, maybe even a little bit longer than that. But whenever that does happen, I could see him being someone who actually does make the team. In terms of the wide receiver room, there's been a lot of noise in terms of who's going to be the wide receiver 1. Looks like it's going to be Kadarius Toney, but they also have a lot of high hopes for Sky Moore. Obviously, in year 1, did not live up to the expectation. They had Juju Smith play that role a little bit more, and now Juju's over there in New England. Sky Moore has all the talent in the world to become the starting slot receiver for this team, and he's been building a lot of chemistry with Patrick Mahomes over the last couple of months in the offseason. And if he can continue to do that here, I do believe he will be the starting slot. But not only will he be the starting slot, I think he will be a key contributor on this offense next season. And watch out, because he could break out next season as well. But there's not too much to talk about in terms of the defense. Like I said, there's no contact, there's no pads, there's no nothing crazy going on right now in camp. But when that does start happening over the next few days from now, I think things get a lot more serious, and I think the 25th, I believe. Comment down below when all the veterans are reported, or we're going to report to camp. Let me know when that happens. But do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, turn on post notifications, because like I said, I'm going to be covering everything that you need to know in terms of free agency, in terms of training camp. I'm going to be covering the Chiefs and all the teams, so training camp all season. I'm going to be posting breaking news videos, highlight videos, everything you guys need to know. I got you guys covered. This is the place to be. And like I said, comment down below who is one player that you think could potentially break out for the Chiefs next season. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.